What's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams here on YouTube. And in today's video, we're going to make a continued video on my 50K in 3 months. Like, I believe that anyone can make $50,000 per month if you have, number one, if you find someone who has done it and then they'll tell you how they did it, and you can kind of put it on top of your business and see, okay, if I do this and I just got to make some changes for my particular business, but you have the system in place, you'll be able to make that work. So first things first, got to find somebody who's doing it. There's a lot of fake people on the internet claiming that they could do things. If you're in my area in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you can come to my office, you can make an appointment and see that I'm really doing the things that I say that I'm doing here. I have 4 different companies, very successful. And also, I've put in the work to, to where I've made mistakes, failures, all of that stuff. That's a very important piece. Because if anyone tells you that they started their business and that they had 100% success rate with everything that they did, run from them. Because that's someone who didn't. That's a book person. Nobody has 100% success in their business. And then number 3, a process that you can follow, that will help you make it through the ups and downs. Something that you just say, I just got to stick to it because I know that if I follow this, because it worked for that person, it'll work for me. And trust me, when you're going down that path, you cannot really see that it's going to work. That's why it's very important to get with the right person. Once you get with the right person, then you just follow and you just say, okay, I have trust at number 1 in you. Number 2, I have trust in myself. Number 3, I have trust in your process. And that's what we're going to talk about. So this is another step in my process to help you get to $50,000 per month. It doesn't matter what business you have, but this is something that you got to do. So I'm going to give you like an outline, and this is a system that I use for all of my businesses. And when I break this down for you, you're going to be like, man, this really makes sense. And then I think that you'll also know that I'm real, that I'm a person who actually is doing this, not just making videos hoping to skyrocket my views so I can make some money. This is stuff that I do every day. And I just, when I was building my business, I wish that I had someone that would come on and talk to me the way that I'm talking to you right now. So when the first step, and you need to get this clearly in your head. Like, if you don't get this clearly in your head, you're not going to get anywhere, because every business has to figure out how they're going to do what I'm about to show you right now. I don't care what business you have. If you're a plumber, credit repair business, junk car towing company, doctor, lawyer, I don't care who and what business you are in, you have to figure out this. It doesn't matter how small your business is, don't matter how big your business is. If you don't get this part down, you're out of the game. You're going to end up closing down your business. So now, step number one. And when I say, I'm going to say ads, and I'm going to utilize Facebook as the platform. But when I think about this here with ads, I'm going to kind of elaborate a little bit on, or using different types of avenues that you can use. When I talk about an ad, that means that what is your mechanism for getting people to see what you had to offer? Some people may say, well, I'm going to do SEO because it's free. They focus on the word free, but they don't focus on the word do the work to get people to see what you had to offer. You can offer and post all of your stuff and do all of the SEO stuff for, that doesn't cost you money to do that part, but it does cost you money because you're putting in your time. And you're going to learn very fast You're going to learn very fast. This is what happened to me. It's what happened to other people. This is what happened with my friends, and we're all make a lot of money. Let me tell you the thing that's going to happen is that you're going to want to figure out ways to get your time back and not be doing all of that work. I guarantee it. Like, let me just tell you, and this is from someone who has went that route and had to make that transition. That's why I have over almost 100 employees now with all of my companies combined. When you start to make more money, if you're doing things that take up your time, you're going to start wanting to figure out ways to pay to get your time back. So now, I'm the marketing arm of all of my businesses. Like, this is what I love to do. And it's just like, it's what makes me get my energy every day to figure out how can we bring in more business. But one thing that I stopped doing a long time ago is I stopped scrambling with my advertising. I would pick one platform that I felt that was good for that business, and I would test it, and I would figure out the following, what I'm about to show you right now. So first thing, and I'm going to utilize Facebook for this one. And I say Facebook because it's one of the easiest ones to set up stuff, but it is also hard to get results. So you got to know what you're doing. But we'll talk about that in a later video. We're just going to talk about getting one of the first steps in place to start seeing how you can start bringing in customers. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to figure out how to run ads. And some of the times people say, well, I can just throw up anything and people are going to see it. I see all of these clicks and I see all of these views and all of that stuff. And then they're wondering why they're not getting any business. It's because you don't have it set up the right way. So the first thing that you need to learn to do is you need to learn to make what I call winning ads. That's step number one. So what is a winning ad? You will know if you have a winning ad because people will click your ad. So if you do not have any clicks on that ad, let's just say you run it for one day, and we're going to just set up a small budget, $10. If you have more, you can do that. And when I say more, maybe, whatever amount, but don't go overboard. Like, if you're a bigger business, have more resources, you can spend $100. All that does, you're doing the same thing. If you spend $10 or $100, all you're doing is trying to get data. If you spend more money, you get the data quicker. You get your answers quicker on where you're at in the process. So with our $10 a day budget, the first thing we want to see is, can we make an ad that will get people to click? These ads are not ads to sell people. That's direct response. That's going to be very difficult. Most people do not buy a product or service on the first go around. They do not. I don't care what anybody tells you. The response rates on those are very low. So what you want to do is you want to make ads that will get people to show an interest in what you had to offer. So if you run your ad the first day and your clicks are very low, then you need to redo the ad. So right here, you failed that test. You need to redo the ad, and you need to judge if you're getting clicks. If you're getting clicks, let's just say, for example, you're spending $10 and you're getting, let's just say, 25 clicks. That might be a little low. It might be a little high. It just depends on what your product or service is. But let's just say you're getting 25 clicks. That's a good amount of clicks for your ad. You know that the improvements that you made was better than the day before. So hey, I have a winning ad. So you got a check mark there. You just passed the first test. So now we're on day number 3. And this is going on during the whole process, but usually from what I've seen is that you first have to figure out what ad is going to work. So now we're going to use that same ad, and you're just letting your ad keep running. And the next thing that you want to judge is your leads. So depending on what type of business you have, you're either going to generate leads, you're going to either generate calls, or you're going to either generate people to come into your store. But for this example, we're going to just pretend like you have a service business, and you need people to fill out a form, and you want your sales staff to call people back, or maybe you're calling people back to see if they want to use your service. So the next test is when people are clicking my ad and they're going to my landing page, are they becoming leads? And if they're not becoming leads, then you know that something is wrong with your landing page. But I have some good news for you. There is a way that you can avoid that process by actually setting up lead forms with Facebook. And all of the platforms offer them. It doesn't matter which platform, but you can actually make this a lot simpler process than to have to make a landing page and to learn how to do landing pages. Because when people click your ad and go to your landing page, if there's anything, it could be the color of the page, it could be the way that you put the text on the page, it could be the way that it shows up on their phone the wrong way, they will back out of the offer. And then that'll make your lead costs go up. So there is a way, and I teach this way, that you can utilize Facebook's lead form, where you can have them click your ad and then it'll open up a form, and then you can get the information that you need from them. And it'll make it very easy for you, because all you have to do is remain consistent with what you said in the ad. And when they open up the lead form, and then you would get the lead, and then you can send them to your thank you page or your sales page, whatever that page you want it to be. So if you're getting leads, if you're not getting leads, then you didn't pass that test there. You still keep the ad running. And then let's just say the next day you're generating leads. So now what you want to look at now, because you passed that test, is the amount that I'm paying for leads going to work for what I charge for my product or service? So let's just say, for example, you have let's just say you have a credit repair business and you're generating leads at $5. And you know that, hey, if I'm paying $5 per lead, but the cost of my service, let's just say I'm charging people $150 a month or $99 a month, whatever it is, you would make that exchange every day. Yes, you would have to learn and make sure that you have a good process to sell people, but that's another part that we're going to get into in another video. But you would take this exchange all the time, because if you're paying $5 per lead and you got a $10 budget, but you know that if you get to talk to people on the phone, that you could potentially make $150 a month or $99 a month, and you average out how long you keep your customers per month, you would exchange that all the time. What you would do, which is what I did, is I would just increase. Instead of $100, you can say, okay, I'm gonna spend $50, or I'm gonna spend $100 a day, or I'm gonna spend $1,000 a day. Because what you want to do is you want to get as many leads in as possible. So this is the first step. So all you would do, this is your homework. What I want you to do is you're going to start off with your ads, get that going. You're going to make sure that your ads are getting clicks. You're going to make sure that your ads are getting leads. And then what I want you to do is you're just going to duplicate. You're going to just keep continuing every day. And you're going to do this for 3 months. When I did this for 3 months, I got the business, one of my businesses got to $50,000 that was struggling, got it to over $50,000. It actually did over $100,000 in 1 month. I was able to do that by utilizing this system here. And I started out with a $50 a day budget. I just said, I'm going to spend $50 a day. Regardless, I looked at the clicks that were coming through, looked at the leads that were coming through, got those over to my sales team, and we were off and running. It does take time though. Don't think that this is going to be overnight. It may take you over here to get this stuff figured out. It may take you over here to get this stuff figured out. But the most important part is that I just gave you a process. I just gave you a system that I know works, and that you know works if you've seen my work from what I've done with my other companies, or you look at my other videos. This process works. All right, so I'm in the video here. Please subscribe to the channel. Please post your questions and comments. If you need help marketing your business, you can set up a call with me. The link is below here. We can sit on the phone for a good hour and just go over what you're doing. I have marketing programs that I have available. Links are below this video. And you know, stay focused. Keep growing your business, and you're going to get to where you want to be. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams.